Hello, beautiful bonsaiers. It's Joe Bonsai, and today we're going to do a little bit of cleanup and see some differences in azaleas. So, this azalea sits over on my 21 rack, and it gets full sun throughout the winter. I do water it occasionally. I water them just the same amount, and its foliage. It did lose its foliage for a little while, but its leaves are already coming back. It's got a new set, and their leaves are dark, very dark. Whereas this azalea, same type of azaleas. This one stays on my favorites rack, which is actually shaded throughout the year, completely shaded. It gets probably maybe 20% of sunlight throughout the day. And the foliage on it is bright green. It never lost its leaves throughout the year. Obviously, it lost its flowers, but not its leaves. So that's a huge difference. They're both protected from the elements, so we don't have to worry about like snow getting on them. I mean, not unless it comes in sideways and from east to west. But it's extremely different with how much sunlight they get. This gets 80% of the sunlight during the day, and this gets only 20% of the sunlight during the day. So out of 100%, like, that is the extreme differences. Now, this will obviously get very hardy as it grows older. In fact, you can tell the difference because I made them both, I believe, in the same day when I did make them. I think I made them both in the same day. But take note, and they were both pretty much the same size. But look at the difference in trunk size. This one's got a smaller trunk. This one's got a thicker trunk, and the trunk is starting to look more defined. Like it's got that a little bit more of an elder tree look to it. But while we're here, and I got these out, I will go ahead and I will prune them because it's important to do. So right away, I've got stuff on this one that I do not want. I do not want that. That was out and about. And then this here, I'm only going to nip that and this. I'm going to leave that little grouping up there. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead, and we got this long branch. I'm going to go ahead and nip that down to the leaves that are within the canopy, as well as this long branch out here. Just nip that off. I think I'll try to propagate these. I honestly don't think I've been successful in propagating azaleas. Another thing is right in here, I got this little branch. It's coming off this. That needs to go away. That is clouding up, making my cloud. That one should be good for propagation. That was clouding up my whole ordeal. And then this branch right here, it's just got this long, doesn't even have an old wood look to it. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. It happens to be one that I already plucked. So that was a fast grower there. There's a lot of cross branches that should be nipped, but I'm not necessarily trying to completely demolish this thing right now. Don't need to do that. Just wanted to clean it up because it does have some growth that I do not want going on. All right, so it's a little bit better. We got the nice canopy going. Yeah, it should come out pretty good someday. So this one, it's got a strange angle. So it's sitting like this. So it's a leaner. But I think it looks better like this. So this year I might repot it, and I think I just repotted it last year. I'll let it go another year. I'll go back. I've done so many videos that I don't know what I've done this year and versus last year. But it's crazy. Anyways, it looks like I have a tiny azalea growing down here. But two. Those can't be azaleas. Those can't be. Can they? I'm gonna get you close up. Can you guys see that? See that right there? Right there on the edge. Right at you. Is that? And then right there. So right here. Is that an azalea? And is that an azalea? Like, I've never seen baby azaleas. So right now, my crows are talking. I just put out food for them because they were on the rock that I put food on. Begging. I'm a bad man. I'm an enabler, crow enabler, and raven. We got ravens too. So this one, I'm just gonna go in and I'm not really liking how this is getting too tall up here. I think I'm actually gonna take and shorten that out, and then I'm gonna shorten a few of things around it. Yeah. I don't think much needs to be done to this one at all. It's definitely getting a pad. When this thing blooms this year, it's gonna be both of them. They're gonna be gorgeous. Here and they'll start blooming late spring, so around June, late spring, early summer. Also, I want to get some of this lichen off. Probably do that. Oh, that one doesn't have. But so yeah, this got some lichen. You don't want moss and stuff growing on your trees too much. Checking to see if no, I did not. Only have a soft bristled brush, which might be good as long as I scrape it a little bit with my fingernails, and then the rest will come off with the brush. But this one, so same age. In fact, I'm remembering now, it was a twofer. So they both were growing in the same pot, and I split them. I split them at birth. Well, adolescence, childhood, whatever. Something. Can't believe I just did that. I was too careless. See, here we got the pros and the cons today. Off of this branch right here, this was just right like that. Now it's gone. Now, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. It is not needed. Woo! Or eye protection, children. All right, that's not that bad. Do want to clean that knot up though. Okay. Now, because this is a deciduous shrub, I do want to make sure that we put some wound paste on it. Wound paste. I couldn't tell you what this stuff is called because, boom, it's in Bonsai, and I don't read Bonsai. I really should learn to read Bonsai. Features new Kiono. When pruning or crafting, the following can cause tree diseases: rainwater intrusion, nutrient runoff. Okay, so how to use it? Apply an appropriate amount to the cut. When grafting, apply over the tape area. Apply over the taped area? I think that's meant to be under the taped area. Caution, after use, be sure to keep the lid tightly closed. Yeah, because this stuff wants to come out ASAP. You know what? I did cut you off right there. Okay, put the rest on there. And we'll just wipe the rest in the moss. It'll come out eventually. All right. So now we fixed that up. We pasted it. Now I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful, but I need to get rid of some of this. So this one has 3 main pads that I'm working with. And this front pad has way too long of a piece coming out here. It'd be okay if it was coming downward, but I don't want to force this into a cascade or a semi-cascade. So I'm going to cut that one. So I'm going to cut it back. There we go. There we go. That's better. Eventually this will grow out a little bit more. I'll probably eventually cut this little branch inside out. I'm curious as to how it'll go, because if it starts growing better than this one, then that will make an interesting shape to the trunk. And it's funny because this bonsai's Nubari is not showing through yet, whereas this one, clean it up a little bit. There's too much moss on that one as well. This one's Nubari is looking pretty nice. So you see that? Nubari is looking pretty nice. It's got a nice separation. It's got yeah, it looks good. It's got 2 really big and 1 or 2 medium-sized roots coming off. This one might actually be good for a root over rock candidate in the future, because it's in such a small pot. That would look nice on top of a rock. Its roots going down. Not too big of a rock, but something about 3, maybe 4 inches tall. A strong base. All right. Yeah, and it's also going to have to get a new face because that was the face, but that does not look good. And it did. Man, this thing is actually changed a bit. This branch used to be pretty small. It used to be half that size, and I was like, oh, I'll see where that goes. But I think, yeah, I don't want that out, because this one, I want this to have a nice umbrella looking shaped canopy. This one will eventually get the triangular shape. I might have to wire down the branches in the future. But to get that delineation going on between the three pads. But we'll see. They're very young. They've got a long way to go. All right. That's a small segment on azaleas. Thank you for watching.